Hey, what's up everyone? And in today's video, I'm gonna show you how I have been filming my YouTube videos recently. So I'm gonna kind of take you from start to finish what I do to get ready before I hit record and how I light it and how I get my audio and all that stuff. So stay tuned. But if this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. My name is Nigel and I make a lot of filmmaking related content here on this channel. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, be sure to subscribe. But yeah, let's get into how I get my little home studio ready for recording a video. So the first thing I'm gonna do is clean my desk up. All right, so next, even though window light tends to look really nice and it gives a nice soft light inside of my office, one thing that I really don't like is for my exposure changing a bunch, especially because sometimes when I'm sitting in front of my camera trying to record something, it can take a while, and like clouds start to come in or something like that, it'll mess up my exposure. So the next thing I do is I close my blinds, I close my curtains to eliminate all of the natural light coming into my office. All right, so next is my practical lights. If you watched any of my videos in the past couple of months, you'll know that I do like to have some practical lights on just to add a little bit of interest in the background. So I'm gonna turn those on right now. And there we go. All right, so now it's probably a good time to get the camera on my tripod. This tripod just kind of lives here in my office. I never really take it out. And I'll get my GH3 and I have my Panasonic Leica 12mm on here. So as some of you know, I use a magic arm or clamp arm. I don't really know what these are called. I just always call them magic arms, but I use this to get the mic closer to my mouth. And then I use my trusty Sennheiser MKE 400 and I just screw it onto the 1/4-20 tap that it has on the bottom of it. And then a cable that kind of just lives on this magic arm is how I get the audio to run directly into my GH3. The last cable that kind of just like lives here on my tripod setup is my shutter release cable. And then I have an actual cable with the shutter release on it, so I don't have to reach out and touch the shutter to focus myself or to record. I can do it with this little cable. Some people have said that they use like their phones to like do all that, and even though the GH3 can do that, that just seems like way too much of a hassle for me. Having something like this is way easier if you ask me. All right, so I've been using this ring light to kind of light myself before I actually turn all the lights on, but I'm gonna turn this one off. I'm gonna turn my two lights on. This is my Falconize RX12, and I got my Socani X21 over here. So I'm gonna turn this light off, I'm gonna turn these lights on, and then we're actually gonna switch to my GH3 so you can kind of see what it looks like. All right, so here's the final shot, and you may notice that a couple of things are different. One, I changed my shirt. Two, I got rid of that one practical light that was shining down on my plant. I just feel like it was just causing a lot of really weird colors on the back of my white wall. And that's just one thing you gotta like, kind of take into consideration. And I've been like, I've been tweaking it throughout the past couple of months just to try to figure out something that I really like. I just like to have some subtle light going on back there. I don't want anything that's gonna like change the white balance of my entire scene. So I took that out. I just have another little practical light over there, and then I dimmed that one down just a little bit. And one thing that I didn't mention that I always do before I even start recording is I get myself a cup of coffee, and I always use this gray card and hold it up to my face just to make sure that my white balance is correct. So these little cards are cool. I did a video about these and some of the other little cheap filmmaking tools that I use. You can go check that video out right there. But yeah, this is how the shot looks. This is how my RX12 with the softbox and grid looks. As you can see, it's a little bit more of a dramatic look than most YouTubers use, and that's because the light source is a little bit smaller. I might end up getting a bigger one just because I do like that really big soft light source. But yeah, I'm recording with my Sennheiser MKE 400 now. This is the mic that I normally use, and it sounds really good. I like to have it lower because it doesn't have as bassy of a sound as like the Rhodes do. So it's not as bassy, it still gives me a really nice clean sound. But yeah, this is how my shot looks. And I have my little Socani X21 up there. You may have noticed in like the wide shot that I had like some cardboard on it, and that's just because I feel like it's been spilling a lot. So I kind of took like a real DIY approach and just kind of made some barn doors out of a cardboard box. I'm probably gonna look for a different kicker light in the future just because that is a little bit janky. But yeah, I mean, this is how I set up my YouTube videos. I half press and then full press for my focus with this little remote. I try to place myself in the middle of the frame, and I don't use a script most of the time. I'll usually have like some bullet points of what I'm going to be talking about, but then I just kind of go off the cuff and I try to piece it all together in the edit. Having a script just really doesn't work for me. I find it way easier to just, pretend like I'm just, talking to somebody about filmmaking than trying to read off of a script. But yeah, I hope that this video was helpful or at least entertaining for you to watch. If it was, it'd be really cool if you hit the like button. And in the description, I'm gonna have links to a bunch of the gear that I mentioned in this video, as well as links to my Selfie, my Patreon, and my Teespring account. There's also gonna be an affiliate link to Musicbed if you want to start a free trial. Musicbed has the best music for your YouTube videos, and if you're a smaller channel, like under 5,000 subscribers, I believe they actually have the cheapest monthly subscription for you. So definitely go check them out if you want to start getting some of the best music for your YouTube videos. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. You can click over here if you want to check out some of my other videos. But until next time, I will see you all later. Bye.